Hello. It's going all right, I think. So today is the day where I step outside my comfort zone and start to look at some boat electrics. Electrics are an absolute dark art to me, as they are to many people, and but nevertheless, I need to do it. I'm going from 2 leisure batteries up to 4. I need the extra capacity. I've got the ability to harness it now with the solar. That's nice. You know, the batteries are always there. They're always well topped up, and the 2 batteries I've got on at the moment are healthy. They seem healthy. But they don't last very long when I want to run my fridge. In the summer, it's a struggle, you know. We ramp the fridge right up in the morning. I get ice blocks into the ice tray at the top, and so that's when we're cruising. That fridge gets really nice and cold. Those ice blocks freeze, and then at the end of the day, though, I switch my fridge off. I have to switch my fridge off, take those ice blocks out of the cooler box, and put them into the fridge itself, and then just try and avoid opening the door as best possible. I just don't like it. I don't like the fact that it just sort of falls away, and it's the fridge. The fridge is the main one. I want to be able to think I can leave that fridge just on its tick over rate, you know, just on low all night. You know, in the summer, I'd much rather do that. And so I think 4 batteries is the answer there. Just that extra, just double my capacity and get those in. So, subscriber of mine, Ian Kitchingham, got in touch with me to say that he was changing over to a lithium system, and he got a balanced set of batteries, which are only 6 months old, still got a guarantee, still got the paperwork. Brilliant. So, I went over to Aston Marina, a cup of tea with him, took ownership of the batteries and all the leads and stuff. So, really nice, a great setup. So, yeah, here's all the little link ones, you know, to sort of daisy chain them through, whatever, however you call it, and then some longer ones for, you know, where they start a motor, I think, and to an earth and things like that. So I need to understand that, but ultimately it's, you know, I'll take this one off, I'll put this one on, I'll take this one off, I'll put this one on. I think what I'm doing here today, I just want to, obviously got to take the battery box off the 2 that's there at the moment. This today was all about, let me get it all uncovered, let me see what I've got, let me get some measurements, so that when I do come to do the job in the next couple of days, I have got everything that I need around me. So I know it's not tidy, not the best looking thing in the world, but this is I created this battery box last year because I got my BSS and I got no battery box. So got everything boxed up into that. It's nice and secure, nice and safe. So I just need to take this off, expose what I've got. So that's the old battery box out. Because I didn't really design it very well, did I? So to take it out, I have to kind of disassemble it in place. It's really good just have a couple of snap fit connectors, shouldn't it? Anyway, you live and learn. Right, there's my 2 leisures and my starter. My other 2 leisures are going to have to go there because of this. This is all in the way. Now I could reroute this, but it means I'd have to redo all the piping. I'm not in a position to do that right now. Hello, I'm back. So having done my initial sort of have a look at, you know, what's going to go where with these batteries, I'm back to see whether I can actually make it happen now. It's a beautiful sunny day. It's the 2nd of April. I've got my new glasses on. Don't I look studious? Very, very intelligent indeed, I have to say. So therefore I should be able to put my batteries on, being as I'm intelligent. We shall see. First thing I need to do, I believe that I have to cover my solar panel, because once I disconnect the batteries, I think that means everything is quite dangerous, because it's creating a charge, and I think it can burn out the solar controller or something like that, if the solar controller isn't passing that power through to the batteries. There's a degree of guesswork in there, but ultimately covering the panel is what I now need to do. So I've got one of Mrs. L's favourite blankets. I knew they'd come in handy for something. And I'm assuming that I'll just throw it over this so that it's no longer receiving any solar. Send it up and drop that onto it as well. Stop it blowing off. That's there as well. Just so you'll recall me talking about this space here. Initially I was thinking one battery into here and one battery there, like so, yeah, another one there. But I don't like this gap, but this section here gets in the way of where battery will perfectly sit. So just for temporary situation, so I can prove the situation, I'm going to pack into here so that I'm bridging this, and I'm going to put a battery into there, and then the other one will sit tight to here. So it might look a little bit scruffy, but I've cut one of these thermo sort of blocks. It's double size, and I've cut it so that it'll just fit into there like that, like so. Put it up to here. That's just higher than this. But then just to protect that further, I'll put a little bit of pipe insulation onto there, so the battery will sit up onto that. So let's have a look at how neat. Let's have a look at how neat I can make that. I do stress that's temporary. I want to just make sure that that is indeed what it'll give me, and then check with somebody here as to whether that's a safe situation, because that's ideal for me, because that also reduces the length of any new cabling that I need. Ideally, if I can make the cables that I've got fit and suit now, that's going to save me some money, and it's just going to be a neater job in there like that. I personally can't see why it would be an issue. Okay, let me see if a battery fits it. Oh, that should now slide into there. I could never be a marine engineer. My body doesn't move in the way that they should. Actually, sits nicely there. Yes, you got the height difference there between that battery and that battery. Just need to just level that up a little bit there. There's obviously two new to replace these, then one here, and then the other one will sit into here. So that was going to be a slight angle, but that I think is going to be a better job for me. And typically I've made the wrong decision and I moored the wrong side, so I'm working with the sun in my face there, so looking under there is quite hard, because it's obviously dark in there, and so until I've got the shadow out my way, I can't kind of see what I'm doing. Didn't plan that properly. Right, time to get the old batteries off. I hate working with electrics, bothers me. I guess because these are also attached to the starter battery, they're going to remain alive, aren't they? So the leads that I drop off the two leisures, the two positives here, I need to make sure they don't drop down and unearth onto the boat and give a big flash bang. So I think I'll get some rags to wrap those in just in case they fall. Does that sound wise? I mean, I've got my glasses on, you know, so I'm intelligent today. Look at these little cable ties around these, so they're not going to accidentally connect with any metal. Those three. I can pull these old batteries out now. Heavy. Oh, yeah. Oh. Next. Good. Oh. One. Two. Oh. Two. Little piece. Happy with that. Yeah. So yeah, it ain't pretty, but that's as close as, so those two are fine. This one, fine, where the previous ones were. This one sits a bit high because I've got it bridging those pipes there, and this one is at a bit of a jaunty angle. So I'm not happy about that one. Well, I'm not happy about that one either, but for now, until I can create a permanent lift there, I don't think it's a functional issue to have them at different levels. I think the biggest issue might be the distance between there and there. There's not a lot I can do about that. That's okay. Hello. It's going all right, I think. Got my GoPro somewhere. Where did that go? Oh, lying in the oil and everything.
Okay.
Sorry, GoPro. W waterproof. Fell into my bilge. Into my dirty part of the bilge.
Is the front of the boat open?
No, come through.
Am I able to get through that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
The boss has arrived.
Hello.
The foreman. She's here to tell me how to fit batteries.
Just plug them in.
I'm sure she knows more than I do at this moment in time. Hey ho, crack it on. Like that. Is that. It's the access that's the bigger problem. It's not necessarily, I think it's relatively easy, the science of it. It's the bloody access. I have just had one minor flashbang. Accidentally touched the positive with the back end of a spanner that was touching the negative. I put all the earths on that I can see. Now I've got to look at how I daisy chain these up. I don't like that, but that is what it is. So yeah, now I need to just see, before I uncover that solar panel again, I just want to double check that I've got all the leads where they need to be. So I can see the solar positive is on, I can see the solar negative is on. All of those main negative terminals are on, daisy chained. So I've got the solar. I don't like this. I'm going to get this changed. Don't like that. This is the solar going to this battery because I haven't got enough length to take it to. I think it should be going to this battery. I think. And I've got the negative going to this battery. So I'm not ideally I think I want them both over here. And I'm not sure whether that is effective or whether I'd be more effective with this one on here. I think I'm going to drop it back to the same one that the positive's on. It's probably the wiser move. And then get the correct length leads at some point so that I can get it across all of them. So this is solar, this is solar, so that's going to the same battery. I'm not sure whether that means that these two aren't receiving solar panel power. I don't think so because they're all linked up, but I think it's more effective when it's on the furthest battery away. I think I'll seek advice on that, but I think now it's safe. I think it's safe. Because the other thing I want to do then is once I've trialled it, once I make sure that these batteries are now charging correctly, I then need to make a better box so that they are all absolutely solid in there, clamped down, and then I can get them covered over as well, because that isn't BSS at the moment. So let's get the panel uncovered. So the good news is that just prior to uncovering my solar panel, this was reading 12.7, so it's now reading 13.6. So it's showing me that stuff is now going in there. That's cool. That's on float, so that seems to be working. No funny smells, nothing sparking. So let's see how that goes then, and then once I'm happy that it's all working, I'll set about making it safe from a movement of battery point of view. That's excellent, showing 14.4, so the alternator is doing what it should. So, job done for now, I think. I am currently going to reward myself with my breakfast, which is a bit of Nature Valley oats and honey. It's very nice, very nice. It looks like cardboard, but actually, very nice. I'm going to pat myself on the back for the job well done, because you know me with electrics, we know me with any DIY. Not great. The electrics scare the hell out of me. Yes, I had a bit of a flashbang moment. Yes, I dropped my GoPro in the big oily dirty sump. But we've got through it. The batteries are in. Yeah, for the purists, they were not going to like the fact that they're a bit higgledy-piggledy, different heights and one's at a different angle. I get that. And ideally I'd love it all nice and neat, but it can't happen now. I know I need to make them safe from a movement point of view, or certainly get them to the BSS standard of how they should be. But I don't want to go to all that trouble until I'm sure that they are giving me what I need. So, you know, I'm not going at 70 miles an hour in this and I'm going to roll into a hedge and all my batteries go upside down. So I don't need to worry too much about that in the short term, but I will get those done as soon as I know that that's going to work. But I've taken my capacity now from what was 260 amp hours. I'm now at 440. So that's got to be a good thing. And I'm looking forward to seeing what that actually gives me. Can we keep the fridge on overnight now? We should be able to. And everything now looks okay. The solar seems to be going in fine. Look, like this video. I'm fed up of seeing 2,000 or 3,000 views. Fantastic. I mean, I could do with 20,000 more. And then I only see something like 150 likes. So did the rest of you not like it? I mean, if you don't like it, press dislike, that's fine as well. Just asking, do you know what I mean? And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We're off on the Ashby Canal, so we should get some decent cruising videos done. And of course, you'll see the beautiful Mrs. Lumsden in all her fineness very soon. Bye for now.